Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Anniversary and our Night Elf Priest. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we'll be diving into the Stockades, but first we've got to pick up all of the quests. There's going to be about 5 quests total, I believe, that we can actually do. There is a 6th one that requires a bit of work in the wetlands, specifically with the elite quests at Dunwodir. So we're going to be ignoring that one. But we've got 1 quest in Darkshire, 1 in Lakeshire, and then the other 3 are in Stormwind. So let's get started. We're going to pick these up first, and I'll find our group, and hopefully it'll only take 1 run, but we'll see. And one of these quests in particular is part of a much bigger quest chain. I think it's going to come from Barros Alexton over in Cathedral Square. And I think that quest chain ultimately ends up with a blue ring in the Seal of Rin. So we'll definitely want to complete that, but there will be much more to that quest line after we're done. You know what, while we're here too, we can turn in our lean wolf flanks so we can get them out of our bags before we forget about them. And the quest we're looking to pick up here is Crime and Punishment.
Need help? Be careful. Light bless you.
Very nice work, Alindria. Enjoy the delicacy known as seasoned wolf kebab.
Go with honor, friend. For the Alliance.
Got some more buff food, which is nice. Looks like this next quest has become gray to us. I'm going to have to remember to pick this up when we come back, because I think I'd like to still do it anyway.
King's honor, friend.
As if the neglect for the residents of Duskwood was not bad enough, now the House of Nobles spits in the eye of the Darkshire Council with their decision to imprison Dextrin Ward in Stormwind, rather than behead the villain as per Lord Ebenlock's sentence. Ward was caught selling bodies from the cemetery to Morbid Fell, a crime punishable by death. Yet Stormwind claims Ward as their prisoner. Assassinate Ward in the Stormwind Stockade. Bring me his hand, and I shall reward you. No upgrades to be had here. Some leather and mail pieces, though. Let us move on to Lakeshire.
Can I help you?
looking for what comes around from Guard Burton.
Well met.
Targor the Dread served under Gathelzog as Supreme Executioner. His methods were ruthless, even by filthy orc standards. Men who fought bravely to defend the kingdom were tortured on his whim. And now he is being held in the Stormwind Stockade, sentenced to die. Yet something is amiss. One of the bureaucratic nobles put a hold on his execution. I am sure foul play is in the works. Put an end to Targor the Dread, Alindria. Travel to the Stockade and behead him before trickery is upon us. There is a staff reward here, but it is definitely worse, I think, than what we have now. Well, let's get back to the Flight Master and we will head over to Stormwind.
Well met. It's quite crazy how many green and gray quests we have in our quest log at this point. Some of these are like super gray, like 10 plus levels. Once we're done with the Stockades, we're gonna do another round of probably one episode per zone. Because we'll probably still have some catching up to do. But hopefully not everything turns gray. I guess we'll go back to Duskwood first, maybe. Just to make sure that we pick up that quest for the dusty crab cakes. It's going to be tough to avoid, though. In Stormwind. We've got a quest in Old Town. Let's see, one in the Cathedral of Light. Or, I should say Cathedral Square, not inside the cathedral in general. And then one outside of the instance. Just go around a big circle. We'll gather those up. And then we'll start looking for a group.
Hello.
The color of blood. Bitterness flows through my veins like a cold river. My grandson Mac was such a good boy, a mere 14 years old. When the army was sent off to the front, Mac took up arms to defend the city. He was a guard in the stockade, where the Defias gang is locked up. Mac reprimanded some of the prisoners for tearing their wool blankets to make scarves, a symbol of their gang. For that, Mac was stabbed in the back. I want revenge. Bring me 10 of their precious wool bandanas. They are the color of blood.
Safe travels.
How are you?
Hello, Barros. Basil Thread. I believe this is the quest that's going to take us to the Seal of Rin eventually. Van Cleef and I were members of the Storm Masons Guild. Our main project was to rebuild Stormwind after the war. When we had finished our duties, we were cheated. The nobles refused to pay us for our work. Some of the more senior of the stonemasons were offered governmental jobs, but Van Cleef refused it out of loyalty to all the stonemasons. He led a riot and left the city, swearing revenge. His lieutenant, Basil Thread, might know more about Van Cleef's plans. He's being held prisoner in the stockade. So interesting that we get this quest, in most cases, after Van Cleef is already dead.
Have a good one.
But, I suppose, his plans could continue, and maybe that is what Mr. Alexton is worried about. So that's going to lead us right outside the instance as well.
What can I do for you? Be careful.
What in the light do you want? Can't you see we have a crisis here? Basil Thread, why would you want to speak with that bastard? How am I supposed to know you're not one of his cronies, come down to help with his bloody riot? If all the blasted cells weren't open, I might throw you in for a while.
Go with honor, friend.
Let's get one thing straight, Alindria. I don't trust you, but with the situation as it is, you probably won't make a difference. So here's how it's going to be. Go down there and have your talk with Thread. If he's really on our side, then kill him and bring me his head when the job's done. And if it turns out you're on his side and don't come out, when we find you, you'll die along with the rest of the maggots.
For the Alliance. Be careful.
I've got quell the uprising. The uprising must be quelled. I need your assistance. If word gets out that the prison is overrun, I will lose my job. This is a case of foul play if I've ever seen one. But what's important now is forcing these prisoners into submission for the safety of Stormwind. The punishment for insurgency is death. Kill some of these deviants. That ought to get things under control.
Light bless you. Alright, that should be every single quest. Now I'm going to look to put a group together, and I will see you guys in just a moment. Alright everybody, we are back and we are getting started. Got a paladin tanking today. Really got a couple of paladins with us. Starting off hot right off the bat. Got some big damage coming in. Stockades is definitely known for its very large poles. Between these poles, we're definitely going to want to sit down and drink as much as possible. We're going to be quite mana starved for a decent amount of this. Looks like the tank will have some restraint though, so that's good. We'll try to keep track of our quests. It's going to be kind of tough. The big thing is just going to be to make sure that we loot every enemy that we can for those bandanas. Looks like Targor the Dread is going down in just a second here. Since we have a paladin tank today, which I think might be the first time for this series that we've had one, we can freely use a bubble if we want. Since they won't be affected by, not getting as much rage. First quest is complete. We've got Targor's head in our possession. Let's see what else we can accomplish. This is proper paladin tanking too. They've even got the consecration already at level 29. Which must mean that they're invested quite heavily into holy right now instead. That tends to be the case a lot for classic tanking. You end up with a lot of DPS-esque talents and or healing talents instead of the actual protection trees, which tend to not be very good. I think even a lot of warriors don't even go protection when they tank. A lot of them are fury, which is such a classic vanilla move to have it turn out that way. But with the emphasis on threat in classic, it kind of makes sense. In order to deal as much a threat as you can, you just need more damage, which you're not going to get from any of these tank-based talent trees. Makes sense too for Paladin in particular, since I believe they have in the Holy Tree they can increase their strength from the first tier of talents. So this is really cool to see. The other nice thing too is I can already tell that our tank has been getting hit with diseases quite often, and she's been dispelling them herself. So we haven't had to do it yet. A little bit of aggro. Get some big heals off. We'll throw a shield up too. I can definitely tell this person knows exactly what they're doing. They're doing an unbelievable job. Paladin tanking is tough. It's really tough, especially early, to hold threat in particular. Once our first bandana, I'm gonna need 9 more. It might be pretty difficult to get that on just one run. Which I did think could be the case potentially, so yeah, there's a chance that either we just don't do that quest, or maybe we go in again. See if the others want to do another run. I'm not too worried about it though if we don't finish it. It does look like it's just me and one other person that has the red bandanas quest though. They've already got 6, so there's a chance we could find some more potentially off of other players looting enemies. See, the hunter got to it first. But yeah, you'll notice sometimes that we can loot other people's corpses that they've already looted if it has a red bandana on them. Chest in this room. It is locked though. No rogue in the group, so that's gonna remain locked. Hang back a little bit between or after these pulls are done, just to see if I can sneak some more of these red bandanas from what other people have looted. Looks like the hunter just got his 10, so any additional pickups will go directly to us. western side of the dungeon. Just getting to the last room now. Over to the eastern side after this. I guess I should look at our quest log a little bit, see what exactly what else we're missing here. Hand of Dextran Ward, Devious Convicts and Insurgents. We've got the red bandanas, and then we've got Basil Thread. I imagine one of those guys is going to be over here. Potentially a pretty big pull. I'm just so surprised. I mean, we threw out a shield, a renew, and a big heal right there. And we did not get any threat at all, which is amazing. I thought for sure we would have pulled like a couple, but the Consecration's putting in a ton of work. Oh wow, a blood ring drop. 5 stamina green ring. I mean, we'll pass on that. We definitely don't need that more than somebody else here, I'm sure. Would probably be best with one of the paladins. Our rings are plenty good enough, and we're going to be picking up the Seal of Rin at some point as well, so we don't need it. Got Dextran Ward here. Ooh, big fears. These are not magic effects though, unfortunately, so we can't dispel them. We've got his hand at least. Luckily the fears didn't do too much. Bandana as well, which is perfect. It's a good thing that nobody else needed that quest besides the hunter. I don't know if that's part of a quest chain. I feel like everybody could have that quest if they wanted it. I'll use inner focus here. A nice giant heal out. We still regenerate some mana. Back to full, so now we can toss out some renews. Right, yeah, so it is Basil Thread. I'm assuming he's on the other side of the instance, and then we've got 7 more insurgents and 8 convicts, hopefully also on the other side. Let's do some rebuffs all around. forward. Just a couple of side rooms to go. Silver thread sash. Doesn't have spirit on it. I mean, it's probably an upgrade, even without spirit. We'll just greet it. I am not too worried about it. I'd rather just keep the spirit, honestly. Fury. I believe this guy is part of the 6th quest I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. This is the guy that you'd be sent to kill from one of the dwarves that are stationed at Dun Modir in the wetlands. Down. And yeah, I think we talked about it maybe in the last episode, or maybe 2 ago, I can't remember. But the Stockades is unique and unfortunate in that there's basically no loot here, apart from a potential rare spawn that could sometimes show up. And when they do, they have BOE blues, I think, that they can drop. Which I have seen before in the past on another character, but yeah, that's kind of mostly it as far as loot goes, besides what you can get from the quests, of course. Some of these guys might drop like some greens or something, but it's usually nothing special. Just realized I have not been using a food buff this entire time. I should probably give ourselves an extra 6 stamina and spirit, at least for the rest of the run, which is pretty much this last room. Seen Basil thread yet. I wonder if he has like only a chance to appear, maybe? Maybe there's different bosses each time, potentially. Fortunately, he's kind of like the biggest one that we need. He's the only one that has the, that really has a continuation of a bigger quest line. Oh, there he is. Okay. He's here. So we take him out. That might just be the end of the dungeon. Tank is taking a ton of damage. Had to use quite a bit of mana here. Contributed a bit of damage ourselves, though. Basil thread. Perfect. We need 2 more convicts. It's another locked chest. It's a shame we're missing 2 of them. Not sure where we missed. Try to like check, maybe. I'll let everybody else filter out, but I'll check the different rooms if we have to. Especially if they're by themselves, we can actually solo a couple of more adds if we needed to. I mean, we were in every room for everything, I think. So I'm just. A little surprised that we somehow missed something. Either that or maybe you are expected to go back in a second time. I don't think even if we reset the dungeon, I don't think we're going to find I don't think we're going to find convicts at the start of the dungeon. I don't think. At least it seems doubtful. We'd have to like push through the corridors, which I don't think we would be able to do. I shouldn't be too worried about it if we miss one quest. It's not a huge deal. I'm certainly not going to do an entire run of Stockades just to kill 2 convicts. I'll check one more time. Alright, let's head back to the entrance. I'll drop party. And I will reset the dungeon, and I'll pop back in real quick and just see if there's any convicts that are somewhat close. I think we're at a high enough level now where we could potentially avoid like pulling stuff in these side rooms. We would just have to worry about the prisoners that are in the hallway. And if not, we'll just drop the quest and just turn the other ones in. Ooh, we do have a convict. Okay. This is a prisoner. That's a prisoner. A captive, that doesn't really help. Alright, maybe we can give it a go. We still have the mage buff too, which is a nice little bonus that we have there. The only issue with taking on these prisoners is that they do run. So if they run the wrong way, it might be a little bit annoying. Ooh, I just thought of something though. So that convict is patrolling from end to end on this hallway. I do wonder if we can just kill the convict. So we're trying to patrol before we try to kill this prisoner. I wonder if we can just reset we can kill this convict and then just reset the dungeon. And then just kill him again, you know? I don't know if he's, you know, a convict every time or if it's like random. Let's kill our prisoner. Let's get this mage water on our bars so we can use this for a little bit. We'll wait for him to come back, we'll kill him, and then we'll try resetting the dungeon. A little bit tougher. He's level 25. A little bit more effort to take him out. As soon as he crosses through the instance portal, you can't target him anymore. Shadowward Pain's been doing a good job of taking them out once that happens, but not this time. There we go. Let me just check down the hallway and make sure. Got one. Let's reset the dungeon again. Oh my god. Okay, got a pile of dead bodies here. Yes, he is a convict again. That is perfect. Really, really cool that we can do this. So yeah, so we'll kill him, and then we'll set out to turn in all the quests. We'll most certainly be 28 by that point, so we can even pick up our new abilities as well. Let's get our mana back one more time and let's finish this. Decide to run the other way this time. It goes down, and we are out of here. All right, let's start with Warden Ethelwater.
Well met. Go with honor, friend. Light bless you.
Without Thread to lead them, hopefully the riots will be more controllable. We shall see. I must say, after a half hour, I hardly expected you to come out, but it seems I misjudged you. I guess then that you didn't get much useful information out of him. But I know a thing or two that might be of interest to you about Thread's activities.
For the Alliance.
During the first years of Thread's imprisonment, he never had any visitors. I figured that he was no longer of use to the Brotherhood, so they abandoned him. Anyway, a few months ago, that all changed. He started to get regular visits, once, maybe twice a week. He was a strange man, the quiet type. I had my suspicions, but all his papers checked out. His documents claimed his name was Malik. Here's his description. I don't think he'll be coming to visit Thread anymore.
Be careful.
Your efforts in these stockades were valiant, Elendria. It's obvious this problem is bigger than both of us, but you have performed well, and for that I am thankful.
Light bless you.
So we at level 28, and we'll put our last point into meditation, allowing us to regenerate 15% of our mana while we cast, which is awesome. We do have a sealed description of a Thread's visitor. We can't read it, but I imagine we take this back to Mr. Alexton, which is, well, I suppose let's go to Darkshire and Lakeshire first, before we turn in these other two quests here. So we can turn in, Crime and Punishment and whatever the other one's called. What comes around. Just want to take care of it all now. I've got a little bit of extra time today. So I'll take the time to turn everything in. Quest log is looking even more gray than it already was. And we'll look to remedy that over the course of the next few episodes. It's going to be tough, because we also have to enter Blackfathom Deeps as well.
Need help?
And I'll probably be spending an episode, or at least like the back half of an episode that's coming up to pick up those quests. I think they're kind of scattered all over the map. I know there's one in Aberdeen, I know there's one in Narcissus, and there's probably more between Ironforge and maybe even elsewhere. Definitely more excited about that instance, since we'll actually have some loot to look forward to. The Gravestone Scepter being definitely the big ticket item, which comes from a quest, luckily, so we can guarantee it. Apart from that, though, I don't know if there's really much else that comes from the dungeon itself as far as loot goes. Maybe from the end bosses. Definitely these legs from the last boss. These leech pants are really, really awesome for us. This cloak might not be too bad too. It's got strength on it, but the 8 spirit is double of what our current cloak has now, so we'll take it. And then the staff in here is kind of the same as what we have now. It actually has 1 less spirit, but it's got quite a bit more intellect, so I would say this is still an upgrade. I'd much rather have the pants though. If there's somebody else in the group that needs that staff, I'm just going to let them have it.
What can I do for you? Go with honor, friend.
So Dextrin Ward finally paid for his crimes against humanity. Good riddance to the scum, I say. And cheers to you, my friend. Not only have you given the families of the dead the peace of mind they deserve, you sent a poignant message to those corrupt bureaucrats in the House of Nobles. Stormwind must rise to the needs of the people of Duskwood, or we will break free from their tyranny.
Be careful.
All right, off to Lakeshire we go. Starting to accumulate a little bit of silk cloth here and there. Let's do a quick profession check here. At some point we're going to have to make the trip out to the Arathi Highlands so we can pick up that expert first aid book.
What can I do for you?
I've got the expert cookbook on hand for when we hit 125 cooking. I'll be sure to vendor all this stuff too. Let's get this other quest turned in. Yeah, considering we have Black Fathom Deeps to go to, I think I'm just going to have to make a decision on some of these gray quests. I might have to sacrifice some early zone quests potentially. If I'm going to sacrifice anything, it'll probably be the wetlands. So if there's stuff over there, maybe we'll just let it go. These crude flints, for example, from the moss-eyed fen runners and trappers, we can probably just leave those alone if we really wanted to.
Light be with you. Light bless you.
Targor the Dread has finally met his fate. I, for one, am glad to hear the beast now knows what it is like to be on the receiving end of death's ruthless grip. You have done well, Lindria. Sometimes the truest justice can only be found outside the courtroom and beyond the clouded vision of politics.
Be careful.
I'll take the staff, probably vendors for a bit more.
Looking for something specific?
Just past the 40 gold threshold. It's pretty good. We're doing a lot better on the priest here, gold-wise, than we did with the orc hunter. I feel like we fell behind in gold, but I feel like that's because we spent a lot. And honestly, I'm not even sure for what, because so far we have not had to spend too much money on the priest. And yet I feel like we're much more geared than the hunter was at this stage.
See you around.
Not sure why that is, but hopefully we can continue that. And I'm pretty confident this time around that we'll have that 100 gold before level 40. I'm also confident we'll be able to make an extra 50 pretty soon after that, so that we can set up dual spec. That's definitely something I want to get done early if we can, because it would be nice to have a holy spec. And of course we'll be full shadow by that point, I think, or at least we'll switch to it. Got to boost the music back up. Just took care of that now. I knew the music going into the Stockades was going to be a particularly loud track. I have to turn that down sometimes. Blackfathom Deeps might also have that same issue potentially. We'll see. Maybe not as much. Old Town first. Our quest giver. I guess she's a patrol of some kind. I thought she was stationed here before, just kind of normally. Maybe she's associated with another quest. Poke our heads around Old Town a little bit more. See if she's hiding somewhere. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just on the south end here.
Well met. Have a good one.
So these bandanas, filthy tokens of corruption, are what my Mac had to die for? Such a waste, such a tragic sacrifice. But alas, I cannot return to the past. Just know, Elendria, that you have brought my family justice through your deeds.
Be careful.
Off to the cathedral we go.
Good day to you. Safe travels.
Malik? No, the name doesn't sound familiar, and neither does this description. But it could be anybody. A former stonemason, one of the Defias Brotherhood. Though, if he is as well connected as Thelwater suggests, perhaps someone else might recognize him. Let me think.
See you later.
I really haven't a clue, Elendria. There is someone else who might be able to help you, and it so happens that he owes me a favor for, well, let's not get into that. Master Matthias Shaw of SI7 can be found in the barracks in Old Town. Shaw has his thumb on most of the shady or underhanded dealings of the city. If anyone knows, it would be him.
Have a good one.
Shadows of the past. Alright, we have time to talk to him, so we can wait a little bit. I'm just kind of checking everything else, because we're starting to see a bunch of quests. Oh, we've got the missing diplomat quest coming up too. Noble Brew, we've got so much stuff to do. Yeah, one of these zones is going to have to get sacrificed, unfortunately. And I'm thinking it's going to be the wetlands. Trying to think of what else. Stone Town can be sacrificed as well. Maybe. I really do want to finish this quest line though, because I haven't done it before. The problem with Ashenvale is a lot of the quests. There's a lot of quest chains in Ashenvale, so when you sacrifice one quest, you might sacrifice a bunch in the process. So it's probably going to be the wetlands and maybe even parts of Red Ridge as well. I would like to do the elite quests in Red Ridge at least. Which is honestly most of the quests that remain anyway. Where am I going? I got Paladin on the mind. Pick this up now. Maybe not yet. I have a feeling we're going to fill up our quest log quite a bit still.
How are you?
Alright, so there's not going to be too much for 28 if I remember correctly. There's a new rank of heal, which is good. We'll have that going into Black Fathom Deeps. Oh, Mind Blast. Okay, fantastic. And Psychic Scream as well. We're definitely going to want to pick up new ranks of this, as new ranks will actually increase the amount of enemies that get hit by the fear. In this case, 3 now instead of 2, so that is quite a good upgrade. Alright, and I think that's going to do it for me for today. Now, what I'm going to do is probably zone hop over the course of the next couple of episodes. I want to hit up Red Ridge, Duskwood, and Ashenvale. Maybe get back to Stone Talon too. We might have to do that. I think before we go back to Duskwood, we'll have to visit Westfall. We have a couple of quests that we actually have to turn in / do there real quick. One of them is for Colin Morin, which sends us back to Stone Talon, I believe, once we're done with that. So we're going to want to do that once we take on Duskwood. And I will leave the wetlands behind, I think, for now. There'll be stuff that we can do later on. Still might do the excavation quests with the raptors and whatnot. And the Dragonmaw orcs. We'll probably deal with them too, I think. And maybe the Dunmo Deer quests. But there's a lot of stuff in between that comes before that we can perhaps ignore. Just to make our lives a little bit easier. There's going to be too many gray quests to do. So, thank you all so much for watching, as always. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.